Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, my lovely viewers. This is Harbram, and we are casting an NGS match tonight. This is a Division C East matchup between Avalanche and Business of Ferrets. Avalanche's second seed at present with 19 points, 14 and 7 going into the postseason. Business of Ferrets sixth in their division, 12 points at 10 and 12. This is the C East semifinals, it looks like. Avalanche defeated 7th seed Die for Vision 2-0, and Business of Ferrets defeated the 3rd seed Team Banshee 2-1. The winner of this match will go on to the C East finals to compete in a best of 5 against the 1st seed Heavy Slaps, who have a pretty good lead on their division at 24 points with a record of 18 and 3. The C division team has an upper limit of Plat 1 for their membership, and we won't bother with the off roster sub because this is the postseason and off roster subs are no longer acceptable. We're going to game 1 here at Infernal Shrines. Avalanche have banned out Volskaya Foundry and Towers of Doom. Business of Ferrets banning out Dragonshire and Battlefield of Eternity. And we will be starting momentarily. We're going into draft here now. We've got Avalanche first picking, first banning. Banning out the stitches. Don't want to see the hooks. Don't want to see the gorges. Don't know if this is a targeted pick or if just a comfort ban on their part. A follow-up tank ban coming out from Business of Ferrets. Don't want to see the Diablo. Tracer as a second ban. It's a fairly unconventional ban. This must be a targeted ban onto someone from Business of Ferrets. Maybe one of you is a very spicy Tracer main, a very annoying mosquito-like Death of a Thousand Cuts sort of assassin. If I'm going to make judgment call on everyone's name here, could it be Vince Noir? Hey, is that a Mighty Boosh reference? I hope so. Don't want to see the Junkrat, fairly common ban. Not too bad on Infernal Shrines. Good Shrine clear. Joanna coming out first. Outstanding tank right now. You can do a lot of fun stuff with her new and improved Falling Sword. Anduin and Sonya coming out. Pretty strong soul laner, Sonya and Anduin. A pretty consistent healer. Usually you want to pick him when when Leap of Faith makes the difference, but we shall see how they apply it here. Maybe they'll Light Bomb Sonya and Sonya will leap in, or maybe perhaps there's another more attractive Light Bomb target. Whitemane and Tassadar. Whitemane, fairly uncommon healer here. Good single target healing, excellent battle healer. Can dump her entire mana bar to save an ally if she chooses to. Personally, I'm a healer main, but Whitemane is not one of those healers that I like to play. Third band coming out is Hogger. Hogger, you know, it's unusual that we haven't seen a picked Hogger just yet. Very, very strong on this map here. Excellent shrine clear, excellent camp clear. Hogger has become a very, very, very good hero on some of these maps. And we don't want to see Sylvanas, the Banshee Queen. No thank you.
You will forge a great destiny.
Lunara and Varian coming out. Looks like we may have a taunt tank Varian. Lunara and Sonya should have more than enough single target blow up to pop out Tassadar. Perhaps Light Bomb will be a follow-up stun after Varian taunt. Of course, Whitemane will carry a cleanse. To answer that, Tychus and Tahaka rounding out Avalanche here. Tahaka, very, very consequential solo laner with a nice global. Tychus, love to see him on this map. Excellent siege potential, excellent shrine clear at a distance, assuming we take Odin. I think we will. It's usually what we see on this map, or most maps. Drill is fallen out of favor unless you're playing, I don't know, ARAM. And even then, what the hell are you doing? Cassia coming out as the final pick from Business of Ferrets. Very nice passive armor. Good ultimates. A good blind. Could be blinding out the Tychus to counter some of that follow-up damage. And we will be going into game momentarily. So by the looks of these team composition, it seems as though Avalanche is looking for a team fight comp, and Business of Ferrets a pick comp where we're going to single out a single hero and take them out. So let's see how that works there. With the roll call, we have on the right side Business of Ferrets with Special Chai on Cassia, Dazed on Varian, very nice synergy there. Sheepish Lion on Anduin, Vince Noir on Lunara, and I'm a Burb on Sonya. On the other side, we have I Like Men as Tahaka, Cash and Ashes as Whitemane, Foquans as Joanna, Skeptic as Tychus, and Snaggles 500 as Tassadar. Oh my goodness, where's that? I'm forgetting. Where is that, where's that talent overlay? Expecting to interrupt rotations here as we rotate around, wondering what we're looking for precisely. Avalanche have slowed down their wave clear here, looking for a pick. Now, Business of Ferrets are going to begin taking their camp. We're going to be seeing an invade coming out from Avalanche. We're targeting the variant here. Of course, he is not yet a hero until he turns level 4, and he dies. First blood going over to Avalanche, who will be stealing this camp. Hey, chat, if you guys recall what that keyboard combination is to pull up the talent pane, do let me know. I've been out of HOTS for about 2 weeks. I've been on my honeymoon, to be frank, and I'm not immediately recalling it. Not going to look it up while we are in game here. Avalanche getting their own camp out, and we will continue to be clearing. What's going on up top? Just easy clearing here. Easy clearing here. We're chasing the Sonya here. We're going to get a pick very deep behind enemy lines. Not going to happen. I'm a Burp gets out just fine. Four Quants is thinking about invading, or at least scouting this camp here. There are 4 members. All members are coming out to defend it. We've got Taka gets a good tongue onto Cassia, but she keeps her armor as she's being dragged. And the counter pressure is too strong. Tychus will die for the invade all the same. This camp is not yet taken, though it has been reset. Meanwhile, the first shrine is active, but both teams are not going to be activating it just yet. We want to get the clear. Daze is getting a flank onto Tassadar. The follow-up damage is too slow to deal any good damage to him. He's going to walk away. Dahaka is still top. He will be brush-stalkering in when he feels like he is needed. In the meantime, he will continue to be getting the pressure up there. 12 Shrine Monkeys to 4 with favoring Business of Ferrets. Skeptic is getting very, very low. He has to back off. Brushstalker is in, and he's looking for a good tongue drag onto a particular target. He gets taunted anyways. Gets the taunt onto Sonya. But Sonya is going to walk away. The health bars are getting so very low. Dazed, 63 health, is going to die. Special Chai, 80, 100 and climbing. But it's just too far away. He's going to live. Holy smokes, this shrine is returning back in favor of Avalanche. It's 34 to 29 for Shrine Monkeys here. Avalanche will be getting it. Frozen Punisher. Frozen Punisher, everybody. Whose special skill is disabling structures, very much like a Sylvanas passive. Very good for pushing, although as a first Punisher, does not have a very big health bar. And so he will be going down. But he favors champions, and so he's going to punch up Anduin a little bit. Avalanche want out, though. That's as far as they're going to get. They are going to get the first structure of the game. Good for them. Now both teams appear to be looking at each of their camps here. Nope. The Ferrets will be taking the bottom camp. I'm a Burb rotating down, kind of peeking things out. Daved, Frozen. Dave is anchoring properly. But we've got a rotation onto this camp here. They give up they give up their own camp in favor of getting the bottom here, but T-Fight breaks out all the same. Taunt came out onto, I don't know who it was, Tassadar, but the follow-up damage wasn't there again. And the teams get away with no deaths. All the same, this bruiser camp does some damage to the front wall of bottom. And we have 10s coming out for Avalanche first. Because I haven't figured out where that paint is, we're going to open up, find out what these alties are. This way we have Commandeer Odin, we have Isolation, Divine Reckoning, Falling Sword, and Archon. On behalf, let's see if I can get these out first. On behalf of well, we have Leap coming out for Sonya, who uses it defensively. Light Bomb coming out onto the opposing team. There's so much damage coming out on Tassadar. Tassadar will die. We get an excellent Ton Drag goes on to Anduin, who will also die. It's a 1-for-1 right now. Assassin for healer. Farquaad wants to tank. There's a lot of damage coming out. He doesn't have the mana to sustain it, and so they separate. Ferrets will be securing their own camp here. No. Avalanche are looking at sieging mid just a little bit. Perhaps Skeptic is just making the most of his Odin. Let's have a look at those other ultis here. We saw Valkyrie coming out, Warbringer, Light Bomb, Leap, and Leaping Strike. Double leaps from Sonya and Lunara. I don't know, you guys. You could have sieged this a little bit farther, but they want to get an advantageous rotation onto the second objective here. That probably was a good idea, but we shall see. Oh, we've got a good Valkyrie coming out. Valkyrie followed up by Leap. The follow-up damage is not there. Even so, it's a lot of... Sonya's causing a lot of trouble in the backline, but she rotates back into her team. Dahaka gets a good tongue drag onto Sonya, but she gets, or maybe it was Cassia, but she gets a Leap of Faith to safety. Possession of the shrine will be going to Avalanche for the time being. But the 5v fighters continue to break out. Another big tongue drag coming out onto Sonya here. Light Bomb stuns two members of Avalanche, and big leaping strikes come out, but Lunar is going to die for the trouble. Did not have the health to sustain her double leaping strike and engage, and Varian died in the fight as well, which all but ensures that Avalanche will be securing this objective. Oh boy. Another Valkyrie coming out. Wonder who they were looking for. Was it Whitebane there? Business Affairs do not have an appetite to defend this fort. They recognize that there's too much pressure coming out for it, and they will instead try to defend as much of this keep wall as they can. But it will almost certainly go down entirely. And they head back. Dahaka is already on this camp here. They will be probably taking all of these camps in reverse order. There we go. Dahaka smartly rotating back to top lane. Meanwhile, the Ferrets have to clean up each of these camps in the order in which they will be taken, unless they feel like getting a spicy invade on this right now. But they're not in the position to do so. The PvE damage from Avalanche is just too strong. They're content to just grind this out. Avalanche looking for blood here. Big falling sword. Doesn't find anybody. Wow, some anti-synergy perhaps between... Or, let's see, how... No. Did Tassadar protect the Valkyrie Tychus with a wall? That's interesting. That's pretty interesting. all the same. Business affairs do not find the engage they're looking for. Meanwhile, macro rotation, an advantage of macro rotation is found by Avalanche, although they engage under tower. Dahaka gets taunted, gets status, gets a bigger health bar, returns his health bar. Big three-person stun onto Light Bomb here. However, Falling Sword negates some of the CC. You know, very, very low health bars coming out from the Ferrets here. Special Chai is under attack by all 5 members of the team, but is going to get out thanks to Leap of Faith. Nicely done, Sheepish Lion. That was very, very helpful. Even so, Business of Ferrets have are taking this map bite by bite. It seems the team fight comp that they have is doing a lot better than the Business of Ferrets' stun lock, or excuse me, pick comp. They're not finding the picks that they want, and they're not getting the follow-up damage is not coming out, or at least too much counter damage is coming out over the course of blowing up that picked hero. For example, Vince Noir took too much damage during her double leaping strikes over the course of the second objective. And I think there's just not enough damage output coming out from the Ferrets here. Let's see, we've got Valkyrie as the non-damage ulti from Cassia. We have Leap as the non-damage ulti coming out from Sonya, and I wonder if picking more damage ultis could help blow up those intended targets. Third objective is here though, and Daze is in position. He's looking for a spicy target. Tassadar gets, oh my goodness, lots, and only is he going to get out in spite of several ultimates coming out. Tassadar survives with his life, and now the counter engage is here. The Ferrets are running for their lives, and we got it. Dahaka gets a very good drag onto Sonya, but Leap of Faith will let her survive. Snaggles gets one last shock ray in to say, hey, stay away. And the Ferrets return back to their base. Now, Snaggles must have... what's that talent? Shadow Walk, where it becomes stealth, unrevealable, increased movement speed and armor. All of that, all of those benefits from that talent helped him get out of the taunt light bomb combo that almost certainly ensured his death otherwise. Perhaps Joanna used the unstoppability from her falling sword to help make that happen, but I don't remember precisely. Not finding the picks. Holy smokes, big tongue drag, and John Cena plays a big role in helping secure that kill onto Anduin. Dahaka gets rooted, taunted, uses his multiple health bars to keep the damage up, but there's just so much damage output coming from Avalanche that they're going to kill them. Anyways, it is a 4-0, and we are sieging the core at 15 minutes. Game 1 is almost certainly going over to Avalanche, thanks to their superior team fight, and Business Affairs is not finding the follow-up damage to secure those picks. GG, well played. Cassia top damage here. Tychus following up with 41. Tassadar. What a sneaky little Protoss getting out of very good picks, or at least pick engages that Ferrets had, but the damage output wasn't quite there, and there were just too many answers to saving a picked target. Folks, we're going to take just a few minute break. I'm going to go find what that keyboard combo is to pull up the talent pane. It's a damn shame that I can't pull it up in that game there. One moment. It's had, but the damage output wasn't quite there, and there were just too many answers to. Okay, I'm seeing it's Control 1. We will try that. Let's see where we're going next. So it looks like Alterac Pass. So we are going to game 2. Ferrets have elected to map pick these for the second time. We're going to Alterac Pass. Of course, giving Avalanche first ban and first pick again. I like this map. I feel like this is one of the perhaps least preferred 3-lane maps in the game. But I think it's pretty dang neat. I like how the bosses are useful, but not quite as strong as other bosses. I like how people fight over how there's a cumulative amount of time that you earn while you're contesting points, and that you can recover it, make up more time, or even if you can recap at 99%, there's still a chance you can come back and take the whole thing. Pretty dang interesting. Looking forward to seeing how drafting goes. Are Avalanche going to continue with a big team fight comp? Our business affairs going to retool, try another pick comp, try another team fight comp. Maybe they want to do a big macro, pull out a TLV, siege comp, protect the carry. There's a lot of options here that they can do to adjust their game, but we shall see. Man, that feels bad when you get the variant taunt onto squishy target. You get the light bomb onto the squishy target, and he gets away. That's gotta feel bad. Don't want to see the stitches again. Is it a, let's see, are we going to mirror bans like last time? That would make this ban a Diablo. Junkrat. That was also banned by Business of Ferrets the first game. Very good on this map. Good channeling interruption. Lots of disruptive tools. The target tracer ban also coming out. No white main. That's the respect ban. Nicely done. find another healer. There are plenty of other healers you can play on this map. I suppose you can play any healer on any map, but Brightwing's pretty tasty. Uh-oh, they let the Diablo through. They banned it the first game, and it comes out the second one. Fahquan's will be taking Diablo. Murden Lucio. Murden, a pretty good battling tank, damage dealing tank. Big engages. Can be very tanky if he chooses Avatar. Lucio has got a pocket full of medallions he can bring with high 5. Stukov and Tassiter coming out a second time from Skeptic. I think that's who played it the first game. Stukov, possibly the best healer in the game, certainly on this map. Certainly very good on this map. Just seems like Stukov is good on all maps and in all team compositions. Assuming he is talented properly. Don't want to see this Sonya, says Business of Ferrets. And let's see, we're going to see another Sylvanas ban from Avalanche. Damn right. The same 3 bans coming out from Avalanche. It worked the first time, why not do it again? Kel'Thas and Diva. Kel'Thas good point control. Assuming he takes Phoenix, I think he might on this map. The objective is very consequential. You always fight over every team fight. It's not like altars and, or are they all? No, they're not altars. Tributes in Cursed Hollow, where you can ignore them. Raynor and Hogger. Hogger will have excellent camp control. Fairly safe solo lane experience, and Raynor just well-rounded ranged assassin, but that'll kind of depend on how he wants to play this game will depend on what he takes for number 1 for his level 1 talent. Falstad, oof, Falstad is so great on this map. Excellent globals. His gust is so strong. Level 20. Gust, the level 20 wind tunnel is basically a mosh pit that cannot be interrupted, assuming you press them into the right boundaries, right walls. And we are going into game shortly. Seems to me that both teams are big on team fights. However, Business of Ferrets will have more global pressure thanks to the Falstad. Was it Control 1? It is Control 1. Excellent. In the red trunks, hoping to go to game 3, is special chai on. Oh my goodness, what is this? Is that what we want?
The battle starts in 10 seconds.
I've got the wrong buttons here. One moment, guys.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, anyways, in in the blue trunk, Snaggles 3500 on Raynor, Cash and Ashes on Stukov, Fakwan's on Diablo, laying down a spray right away, and Skeptic on Tassadar, I like men on Hogger, I'm a Burb in the right, representing the Ferrets on Diva, Sheepish Lion on Lucio, Special Chai on Falstad, did I already say that? Vince Noir on Kel'Thas, Dazed on Muradin. We've got level, the first camp coming out in 15 seconds. If you can get the first camp out by about 120, you can get another one out quite nicely in advance of the first objective spawning, which means you have a bigger chance to take it. Now, we do not have either team on it at precisely 1 minute, so I don't think either team will be taking advantage of that macro nuance. What level 1 did Raynor take? Exterminator. He is here for the PvE, but he does not arrive at the camp promptly. All the same, it seems as though that the Ferrets will be getting theirs out just a hair sooner. We have a nice 1v1 coming out in the bottom lane here. The Skeptic pushes up a little too close. He might die to a clever Sheepish Lion Sound Blast. I forget what the name of his Q is. Back in mid, the two camps are clashing. They're both crashing in the middle of the wave here. Both will go down without causing any structure damage. Diva returning to top lane. Meanwhile, Skeptic is going to get some damage onto the structure here. All the same, he dies in the 1v1 to Special Chai, who dashes over the wall and says, "Nope, this is my lane, and I'm going to get some structure damage too." So, if they took their camps maybe 20 seconds sooner, they could be starting it right now. Big engage coming out onto Diablo. He has the health to sustain himself. Putting out the spray again says no, no, no. Naughty, naughty, naughty. And both teams go back to their camps again. Although I suspect Avalanche will be getting theirs out sooner this time. Meanwhile, Special Chai is getting lots and lots of structure damage on the bottom lane. And of course, he can rotate around the map as he pleases. Anyways, there's still no answer to Special Chai. There's nobody answering this here. Somebody needs to go bottom lane from Avalanche, but nobody is doing it. Nobody is going bottom lane from Avalanche, and Special Chai is getting free PvE, or free structure damage on this wall here. Special Chai says that is enough. Don't need to push my luck anymore. Oh nope, going for a drink and maybe coming back into lane. Teams are just kind of farming out their levels, perhaps waiting for very consequential ultis to come out. Fairly common on Alterac Pass, where you kind of ignore the objective, or teams are in such an equilibrium, more often than not, that they don't end up completing first objective till after level 10. There's an engage onto, well, I think it was originally onto Diva, but Raynor dies in spite of all of that trouble. Even so, oh my goodness, Sheepish Lion gets away with less than 300 health. It looked like he might have died. Maybe a couple autos from Cash and Ashes could have done the trick. Even so, it is a 3v4 to help protect this lane down here. Tassadar goes back to base. I don't know if he's pushed off or he feels like he needs to go help his team. All the same, Falstad is still this continuous macro pressure advantage. Must have been poking poor Skeptic here more often than he would have liked. Teams have returned to taking their camps. This time Raynor is going it alone. Vince Noir and Lucio doing it together for the third time. Skeptic loses his fountain here. Maybe it was gone a minute ago. Oh, we have an engage onto Falstad here who's stuck in the mud. He's going to get, seems like he's going to get out. Oh, but he's caught behind the wall, and Skeptic gets the kill, a return kill here, although not exactly in the 1v1 spoken of earlier. Oh, looks like we have a high five coming out from Lucio, and Kelthos blows up Tassadar after taking out Falstad here. So level 10s are coming out for both teams. From the Ferrets, we have Mighty Gust, Avatar, High Five, Bunny Hop, and Pyroblast. From Avalanche, we have Archon, Flailing Swipe, Shockwave, Apocalypse, and Hyperion. Oh my goodness. Diablo engages onto, I think it was the Falstad, but it could not get the damage on it. Lots of ultis come out, and it looked like Falstad used his Gust and saved what could have been up to 2 kills. That way it looked like to me were all but secured on behalf of his team here. I don't know if that was a proper use of Gust. We shall see how this team fight goes here. Erden gets the stun onto Diablo, but the teams are all split now. We've got Hogger is taken out by, it looks like almost the majority of the team of the Ferrets, and while Diva was the focus of damage from Avalanche, but of course she just had her mech. Good damage coming out from the Ferrets here. Pyroblast coming out to help push out. He's not going to kill Tassadar in any way, but it is enough to push enough of an Avalanche away from the point to allow them to start channeling it. It is 17 seconds before the objective is over. Avalanche have to run from Diva Bomb. Snaggles is trying to... Oh, Snaggles on Raynor gets the... recovers his point there, was just on the outside edge of Gust. If he was just maybe a pixel over, probably might have died there. A full team getting their revenge onto Falstad. And now the counter channel coming out from Avalanche. They've only got 10 seconds before they have secured their objective. Does not look like the Ferrets have an appetite to contest. They will be taking their camp anyways. Alright. During that extra time that they have, awaiting the objective to apply pressure to all of their lanes. Dazed is stunned, not stunned, but is blocked from walking back into his base. But of course he's got Dwarf Toss, gets out just fine, has Avatar, plenty of tools for him to survive here. How are these other lanes going? Big wall from Tassadar here. Let's see if there's any follow-up damage to help make anything happen here. Not seeing it, but they might get this fountain. Surely they do. Meanwhile, it looks like Raynor got the Diva, pulled out the Diva mech from Diva. Oh, there's a big rotation coming out into bottom lane. We're trying to take Falstad here. Maybe you can Z out of the way in time. Absolutely not. The engage is too strong. Diablo taking big PvE damage from Nexus forces, and he is going to die. Vince Noir's Pyroblast secures Stukov's death. Meanwhile, the Ferrets are ganging up onto Hogger. Fortunately, they're let's see here. I think it was Lucio's reverse amp slow help close the distance onto securing that kill onto Hogger here. Ferrets want bottom boss. They have the manpower and the CC tools to help make that happen, although, oh my goodness, this would... Avalanche are baiting a 2v4 on top of boss. I'm not sure if that is a fight that they want, although members are closing in. It is now a 3v5. A big Diva Bomb puts damage onto Stukov, but the team collapses onto Diablo all the same and will die. Good CC coming out from Diva's Bunny Hop. Huge silence from Stukov, although Gus will force a disengage. I like men on Hogger, trying to maybe secure the Diva kill, but the Ferrets have disengaged from the fight. They got what they wanted, and now Avalanche will be finishing up, or for clearing up this boss, sieging their bottom fort. I suppose during that time, the Ferrets could have tried taking this point here, but they've elected to take this camp, which is going to be equalized by the Avalanche taking their camp. And now, now Ferrets want boss. Thinking about boss here. This could be an opportunity for Avalanche to get back in the game, taking this point instead here. I don't think this is a good trade from that Ferrets want here. They're taking the second boss. It's not going to go contested. They will secure it, and it will barrel down this lane. Almost certainly will take this fort here. But taking objective pushes all lanes, and right now they do not have the structure advantage. And so contesting this point as soon as possible is going to be very, very important for the Ferrets. See if they can pull anything clever off in 8 seconds. Vince Noir's getting the... Oh. They will secure... Avalanche will secure the objective. It is a lots of damage coming out from the other... from the Ferrets. Hogger will die. He's in the scrum. Could not get out in time. Even so, the Ferrets are looking for blood. There are 4 members onto Stukov. He is going to die. He's not going to get away, unfortunately. But now, oh my goodness. And now the Ferrets are trying to get a disengage after securing that follow-up, that second kill. Very ballsy. They know that their season is on the line here. They need to win this game. And so they hard scrabble for any advantage that they can. Meanwhile, the boss has finally died, just kind of giving the top key wall a gentle little kiss before it breaks apart into ice cubes. And Avalanche sieges and takes out center fort. Avalanche is centered around the final dwarf here. Oh, I don't think they want it. Another... oh. Looked like a flank, but there are no blue members on the team, on the screen at this point. Observational skills at an all-time high. With the objective over, and most of the clearable things on the map are cleared, teams are simply going to be retaking this camp here. You want to take them as soon as they can. This camp is, especially in early levels, is basically like another lane of soak, and so taking them on cooldown, and I mean on cooldown, assuming the macro pressure is does not bear quite as much risk, It's a pretty dang good idea. Ferrets use their macro pressure advantage to secure bottom fort here, but they have exposed themselves to chip damage onto center keep wall here. And good siege damage coming out. Oh, a big flanking gust comes out from Special Chai. Foquans is the focus target here. There's too much, oh boy, too much health restore coming out from Stukov to kill him, and Falstad and Lucio will die instead. It is a 2-for-0 favoring Avalanche, and now the Ferrets find themselves defending core. They do have 2 keeps up, and a 2-keep core is very challenging to siege, even with only 3 members alive, and so Avalanche smartly walk away from it.
Time for some action. Let's free our soldiers and take the fight to the horde.
Avalanche take the objective. There are 43 seconds counting down. Ferrets are in a challenging spot in which they must try to secure their objective before 27 seconds elapse. They need to formulate a defense. Need to gather their members and form a defense as soon as possible. But the way in which the death timers are organized, they might be pretty hard pressed to do. Something needs to happen immediately. Big slaps come up from Cash and Nash, just using the triple slaps to secure time here for them. They're trying to secure it, but the big slaps and the wind tunnel is just too much displacement CC for the Ferrets to marshal that defense that they needed. And now they will be tasked with defending against these big guys. At level 20, they're going to be hitting pretty hard. And I wonder if we will be losing both of bottom and mid keeps. Excuse me, bottom and top keeps. And that core is at risk of going down. In my opinion, the Ferrets need to marshal a big PvP engage immediately. We need to find an engage. Where is the engage? We do have wind tunnel back up. Bunny Hop comes out, is not going to getting the CC that they want here. Big engage comes out onto Diablo, but the the follow-up heals are too strong. However, a Pyroblast has his name on it. He will die. Black Soulstone is consumed here. Diablo will be coming back shortly. Of course, Lucio died in the scrum as well. It is a 4v4, and we're still sieging. Oh, you know what? We are not going to be losing top keep here. The top keep wall is just too strong. Vince Noir is able. Oh boy, that was, my goodness. The counter damage coming out onto Raynor following the big damage that was intended for Kael'thas. Well, that was pretty exciting. Did not expect that to happen. We are in between objectives, and both of the bosses are up. Avalanche say, you know what, we'll take both bosses. Of course, you take one boss. They absolutely, the Ferrets have to respond to it. And while the Ferrets are responding to top boss or bottom boss, they will have to fight over top boss. But you know what? Ferrets are recognizing that macro advantage is just too much to bear, and so they are going to try to take top boss before Avalanche tried to get it. Even so, Avalanche have an appetite to contest this boss. They know that they have the structure advantage. Their team fights have been going over better than the Ferrets lately. We get a big engage onto the point here from Diablo, but the wind tunnel secures the boss all the same. So nicely done for the Ferrets. They were able to secure that boss here. Even so, we do have a 2/3 health boss sieging core momentarily. It's not something you want to see. Good job for the Ferrets keeping their game alive. Now the Ferrets have rotational advantage onto the point here. They're going to try to take this objective. Oh, Vince Noir is feeling pretty low on health here. Hogger gets a hog wild spinning onto Vince Noir, but he gets out just fine. He only doesn't have that much health though. He's got to be careful. He's a mid-range mage after all. Reyna recovers the point with 35 seconds to go, and now Avalanche are looking for their engage onto their point. They're going to have to secure a kill onto somebody. Diablo engages onto the whole team, but he has to use his level 20 teleport to get out. That was very good on him, although he has been surviving his engages lately. It would be unfortunate for him to lose one this late in the game. That would be very consequential here. Ooh, boy, big engage onto Lucio, and he's going to go down. It is unfortunate for Avalanche to lose their healer. Nicely done on Farquaad's here. Farquaad's on Diablo, seeing the engage onto Lucio and getting the big blow up on there. I think Hogger was with him as well, helping secure that kill. Very consequential. We'll all but secure the point for them. Ferrets are thinking about what their chances are to try to contest a 4v5. They're not sure how exactly they want to do this. They need to engage onto something here. They would like to secure the point. Farquaad is saying nope, that's not going to happen. Big engage is coming. Excuse me. Diva doing a last minute secure point secure there, but the damage there's too much damage and there's too much incentive for Avalanche to stick around and defend that point, and so she will die. However, Hogger will also peace out as well. It is a miraculous defense that the Ferrets must muster here to secure or to survive this objective assault. They will have to do it without their solo laner. Diablo engages onto Falstaff, but Falstaff will get away. The silence route from Stukov is going to get onto Muradin, but he will get out alive as well. Nicely done. Nobody has died yet from the Ferrets. We're going to need everybody that they've got. All the same, core is at 50% health and going down fast. There's too much damage coming off from the other team, and game 2 will be going to Avalanche. GG, well played. Looking at damage numbers here, Hogger from I Like Men coming out with a top damage. Was I Like Men's solo laner top damage the last game? I forget exactly, but coming out at 68. Kel'Thas just underneath. No deaths, however. That might put him, and oh my goodness, 9 kills, 3 assists, and 0 deaths. That might make him MVP for this game here for the healing numbers. Self-healing and shielding, right. Stukov, 98,000. Very good D. I'm forgetting the name of the D, but the very good health bursts when Diablo needed it, when he was engaging, because there's a lot of damage coming out onto him during those fights, but he stayed up, and so nicely done for him. Lucio, he who's falling behind that. I think you might expect that going up against a Stukov, but his high fives were pretty consequential, very helpful, especially when folks were CC'd by, I don't know, let's say by Diablo, of course. This will put Avalanche going up against heavy slaps in a best of 5, maybe next week or the week after that, who are the first seed and have a record of 18-3. Unfortunately, this season ends for the Brotherhood of Ferrets. But hey, you know what? We'll in between seasons, we'll recalibrate, have another look at, what we can do, what our team needs, and how we can approach games and adjust our coaching and things like that, and come back roaring for an even better season 13. All the same, GG, well played for both teams. It was a fun cast to watch, and I'm going to check in with Team Avalanche and see if they would like to do an interview. One moment here.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello, Ashton. How are you?
Oh, not too bad, not too bad. How are you doing today?
I'm doing just great. Congratulations on your 2-0 victory.
Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, you bet. My goodness. So how has the season been going so far for your team?
It's been good. Um, for the most part, yeah.
For the most part,
We don't
yeah.
I think it was like up until week 5 or week 6, we kind of like found our stride, but we also haven't had a full team practice since I want to say week 5. None of us are really on unless it's game time, just because school has taken up a lot of time for two of our team members, so we haven't really been able to play too much. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty going pretty good.
Sure, sure. Yeah, well, must be feeling pretty good. So you've made it this far into the postseason, and congrats to you for that. Got to give the business affairs the business end, and 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 put out a 2-0 victory tonight. Now they gave you first pick on both games. Seems to me that you pressed that advantage quite nicely with some clever Ferks picks. Did you anticipating going to those particular maps, or did you think that you would be getting uh,
Um, yeah,
first pick back to back?
we kind of figured Infernal Shrines for the first game, just going through their match history and looking kind of at their map pick priority.
Hmm.
Um, we did see that Alterac was going to be an option, but we didn't think it was going to happen. I thought the next map was for sure going to be Tomb, and but they took us to Alterac. It definitely showed because we do not like that map at all. Oh my gosh, that map is terrible.
We do not like Tomb.
Well, Alterac Valley or Alterac Pass or whatever.
Sure, right, Alterac Valley, certainly, certainly. Yeah, well, my goodness. Well, game one, of course, we went to Shrines, and you had a very good team comp. You had the Joanna, to who used her falling sword to support the unstoppability of the picked targets from the other team, and it seemed time and time again they just could not secure those picks.
Yeah,
And
during that first engage up at their bruiser camp, I know they had the Sonya right on me, I think with the light bomb. And I'm
mm,
like, oh no, this is a GG team wipe for us. But then our Johanna popped the falling sword, and I always forget that gives people unstoppable now since
yeah,
they added that. And I'm just like, oh my god, thank you, thank you, thank you. Like,
Hmm.
I expected to 100% die right there, but that unstoppable's pretty broken.
I'm sorry. What hero did you play in game one?
I was the white main.
Oh, the white main. Yeah, that was outstanding. Yeah, that was really great. And my goodness, Tassadar's stealth and armor talent at 13 or 16, that was really helpful to help him get out of. My, geez, we've got the light bomb followed up by the stun, or I think it was the stun first, and the light bomb, and that in the third objective, and he gets out with like 300 health. That's got to be really disappointing to put out all of that, all these huge CCs to
Yeah.
for Tassadar to wiggle away there. So nicely done on them, um, and good job on game two here as well. I thought that was pretty dang good. Good macro advantage when you could push it. Oh boy, yeah, that's one of my favorite maps. I think
Hmm.
Alterac Pass is one of the more diminutive maps in the game. Seems like there's shrines and towers and other classic maps, and then there's kind of Alterac Pass. But
Hmm.
that was really neat. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, we really didn't know what to expect for what they were going to be doing in Alternate Pass. So we're just like, all right, let's just play it like an, I guess, a regular match or like a quick match and kind of just do the lane soaks and the camp off cooldown. That's about it. We'll see what happens after that.
And we'll see what happens
And
after that.
mhm.
I get you. All right. Well, spectacular job, and I wish you luck in the finals. I understand you have some stiff competition in the next week or whenever it is that you'll play the number one seed. But I wish you good luck as you prepare for
Yeah,
that. If
yeah.
school and such isn't
Hopefully,
in
yeah.
the
Thank you
way.
very much. Yeah, we're really looking forward to this rematch of week one against Heavy Slaps. I think it's going to
Hmm.
be a pretty good match. A lot of haymakers are going to get thrown, and we got a couple of wild cards to throw out there still. So
Oh, very
we'll
good.
see how that goes.
All right.
But no, GG's to Business Affairs tonight. That was a really good match and good job in the season. You were a really good undercard or wild card for sure.
Yes. Yeah. GG's to business of ferrets. Any final words or any shout outs you'd like to give while you have the floor?
Um, I guess shout out to you. Thank you for casting. Shout out to NGS for doing all this stuff, putting it together. It's really awesome 'cause I love this game. And then shout out to my team for coming together for one night to being able to play this game as a five man. That's about it. And then yeah, shout
Outside.
out to De La Soak because hopefully he's watching right now and we'll be playing you here next week.
Shout out to De La Soak. What's up? All right. Well, thank you very much. It was nice chatting with you, and good luck on your next game.
All right, thank you very much. You have a good night.
Yeah, you bet. Bye bye now.
Bye.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. My NGS team is calling me in for a little bit of practice, and so I'm going to say farewell and bye bye. Thanks for watching, and we will begin streaming again another NGS match sometime soon, possibly with a special guest. We shall see. Bye bye now.